Hello and welcome again to the UK edition. And we see that India is preparing to welcome London Mayor Sadiq Khan. He'll be in Delhi, Mumbai and Amritsar later this year, and also in Islamabad, Lahore and Karachi. So what's this visit about? I spoke briefly with him. London Mayor Sadiq Khan will soon be in India. Mr. Khan, we have a lot of EU cities right now to rival London as a business and financial centre. Is this visit a sign of worry in that regard?
No, it's a sign that I love India. We love India. India and London have got very good relationships. My grandparents were born in India. I have a close connection with India. And I'm looking forward to going with my Deputy Mayor for Business, Rajesh Agrawal, to India. We're taking with us young, talented businessmen and women on my international business programme. I'll be going to Delhi, Mumbai and to Amritsar. Rajesh will be leading the delegation to Hyderabad and Bangalore, but we must not be complacent. The reality is we do more business with India than the other 27 EU countries put together, but you can't be complacent. I want more businesses to come to London from India, more tech innovators, more sports people. I want more Bollywood films to be made in London. And so this is a visit that is come from my recognition that we're equal partners with India. This is not a visit where Rajesh and I and our team are going there in an arrogant way, lecturing the Indians, or it being a one-way visit. This is a partnership, an equal partnership, and I'm excited.
London has acquired a dubious reputation as a bit of a money laundering centre. We have all sorts of shady people and a lot of shady money coming to London. Is that the kind of magnet you want to be, particularly in a post-Brexit situation, to attract capital of any kind?
Well, I've been saying to the government, I'm concerned about the perception that London is a money laundering capital. That's not good for anybody. I do want, of course, foreign investors coming to London. Of course, do want foreign investors coming here to get involved in startups, get involved in scale-ups, get involved in the wholesale side of property. What I don't want is people to use illicit monies in London, and to use London as a money laundering place. But look, there are many, many foreigners who do lots of good work in London. We're grateful to them. The key message I'm saying to them is post-Brexit, London is open. London is open to talent, London is open to partnerships, London is open to business.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sanjay. The visit is intended to take the Indo-British story forward, and let's not forget, it's a long, long story, not just of the British in India, but also of Indians in Britain, as an exhibition by Thames Bridge reminds us.
Walk along the west bank of the Thames from London Bridge to Tower Bridge, and you're certain to be stopped along the way by a photograph exhibition that tells the Indian story in Britain. The exhibition, titled At the Heart of the Nation, brings a collection of photographs taken by many people locally and spontaneously. The exhibition, put together by the Indian High Commission along with Exeter University and the Open University, has been travelling the country and has drawn attention where it's gone. More people seem to stop to watch it than pass it by. The exhibition features inevitably the London connections of India's most famous Londoner, Mahatma Gandhi, as a young man studying law, and later as the towering hero he became. With Gandhi, other Indian leaders in London such as Jawaharlal Nehru and Krishna Menon, it tells the story of Indians in the two world wars, and pictures from a hospital come as reminder of the sacrifices Indians made during those two wars. Following the 50s, the photographs offer a glimpse of the Indian migration into Britain, of moving in and settling in, of the era of Ravi Shankar and George Harrison, and not least the later era of the Bollywood film shot in Britain. For anyone looking for a snapshot of the Indian story in Britain, there is no better place than a walk through this exhibition. With Sanjay Suri in London, this is Vaibhav Verma for News 18.
We forget sometimes how big the Indian story gets in Europe on the other side of the channel, and nowhere does it get bigger than in Antwerp, the biggest diamond center in the world, with Indians as the dominant players.
The diamond district of Antwerp, that recorded a turnover of $48 billion last year, is very much an Indian story. The blessings of Ganesha have benefited several Indian companies at the diamond centre. Gujaratis have found global success in the enduring appeal of the diamond.
Basically, KGK is an international group. started 1905, and right now we are working in almost 19 countries all over the world. The main centers basically are in India, Hong Kong. The manufacturing operations are in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Russia, and India. In Russia and South Africa, Botswana, these are producing nation countries, and we are the world largest manufacturer of rough diamond in these producing nation countries. In India also we have a significant big operation of manufacturing. More than 5,000, 6,000 workers are working under one roof. And then after the manufacturing, all these goods come to Antwerp or to other centers where we can distribute to different part of the world. In terms of jewelry, we are taking care of from Hong Kong. The head office is in Hong Kong. Jewelry manufacturing in India, high fashion design jewelry in Hong Kong itself. We have our own brand for the jewelry, Entice, Martin Flyer, Grapefruit, which is Entice is in India and Martin Flyer, Grapefruit in USA. All in all, it's a 12,000 employees staff complement in our company, professionally managed. More than 150 professionals, in terms of chartered accountant, lawyers, MBAs, engineers, that's makes the company a professional company.
KGK is a leading group, but only one among many Indian companies operating out of Antwerp and globally.
It's a really proud that we are Indian company and Indians are dominating this industry. And it's a lot of basically household are depend upon diamond industry in India also, more than 800,000 or million people. So it's a significant part of the group.
With Sanjay Suri in London, this is Vaibhav Verma for News 18.
Will it be diamonds for anyone this Diwali, or gold, or cash? Should it be this sort of thing at all? Let's consider in a chat after the break. Welcome back, and it's the time of the year to say Happy Diwali. But is there an unhappy side to the way it's come to be celebrated? Let's consider through a chat with BJP leader Vijay Jolly. Jolly ji, we are coming up to Diwali, and when you think of Diwali, think of Ram, who gave up palace, wealth, to go and live in the forest 14 years, a life of simplicity and a life of principle. A man who gave his word, a man who we think of as God. And in that name of someone revered as God, we throw money around, we gamble. Is this Diwali? Are we losing the spirit of Diwali and of Ram?
You see, first of all, I would wish to put on record, Diwali is a festival of happiness, excitement, respect, prosperity, health, wealth, firecrackers, and exchange of bonhemi. The concept of Hinduism has not been lost. Yes, it has been compromised in some ways. When Lord Rama came after the exile of 14 years back to his kingdom Ayodhya, the people of Ayodhya lit small diyas and deepaks to express their joy and excitement on the return of Lord Rama. But later on, due to the business considerations, people did start off with expensive gifts.
Has this become more about Lakshmi than about Ram?
You see, you have to consider one fact. When Lord Rama came back to Ayodhya, and in his first puja, he offered his florins to Lord Ganesha and to Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth.
We invoke these little anecdotes that we like to recall and remember selectively. But we use that to make this an occasion for celebration of money, for an expression of greed to the heavens. Please give us even more than we have, never mind the others. But are we not losing the essence of this? That the return of Ram was not about the celebration of coming into wealth?
You see, there are many connotations and the meaning of celebrations for different segments of the society. The poor people in their huts, the rich people in their palaces, the business people start their new financial year with the advent of Diwali.
Now, why is that? How
And
did Diwali came to kick off the new financial year?
well, you see, it is a concept which is widely followed by the Marwadis because they consider Diwali to be an auspicious occasion which brings in goodwill.
And if the Marwadis do it, so should the others because they are the ones with the money.
Well, I do not say so. Every caste and community in India have their own religious connotations. If you see, the Jain Lord Mahavira's incarnation took place on the Diwali day. It was the Sikhs who celebrate Diwali with a special relevance because on this day, in 1600 century, the Mughal Emperor Jahangir had released the sixth Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Har Gobind Ji, and along with him 52 princes. And when they came back, the Sikhs started celebrating Diwali with a fever of joy and excitement.
True, there are many expressions of this, there are many variations in that celebration. And who are you and I to speak for Ram? But do you think that Ram would have liked his return to be celebrated with gambling and worship of money?
We do not approve celebration of Diwali with gambling parties, with booze parties. There might be some fringe elements doing so to please their own appetite, to please their own friends and business connections. Diwali initially, you see, the festival of Diwali comes right when one season, which is the monsoon season, comes to an end.
Is the harvesting.
And the winter season comes to the fore. It is a harvesting season of the Kharif, and the first Kharif lentils, which is called the moong dal, was offered to goddess Lakshmi as the first agriculture connotation and connection to Diwali.
Well, we are talking of Diwali, of course, and that is the highlight of the Hindu calendar. But Hinduism, as understood and expressed, is other than Diwali. The festivals are other than Diwali. Is Hinduism itself becoming intolerant in India, as so many critics now seem to say?
You see, Hinduism has never been intolerant of anyone. During my last
Well, that is the
incarnation
idea. I'm
of
talking about the practice.
55 years being in public and private life, I've never found Hinduism to be intolerant. Yes, I do agree that there are some fringe elements trying to state and force others to believe and follow what they believe is right.
A lot of people associate those fringe elements with your party.
Well, you see, if in India, after 1947, if anyone has talked about, I'm proud to be a Hindu, he is termed as a communist, as person who is not secularist. If Vijay Jolly is proud to be a Hindu, so would be my compatriot Syed Shah Nawaz, a devout Muslim. A BJP spokesman would be equally proud of his own religion. But the problem in India is, the moment I say that I'm a proud Hindu, I'm associated with a certain ideology, and my ideology, whether as a RSS swamsevak or as a BJP activist or a swamsevak, I have never come across any word of intolerance from my seniors, pracharaks in the Sangh, or BJP leaders in the political front to be intolerant to the other friends of other religions, whether he is a Muslim or a Christian or a Sikh or from any other religion.
No, it is a fact that we haven't seen from RSS or from other what are called right-wing Hindu organizations, we haven't seen any unleashing of violence or intolerance at that level. And yet, some people equate it with the Taliban. They call it the Hindu Taliban. Where is this criticism coming from? Is this the pseudo-secularists, as you like to call them?
You see people who do not believe in BJP's ideology, the ideology of nationalism. If in India, if I say I belong to the minorities, I'm never attacked on my non-secular credentials. And the moment I say I'm a proud Hindu, Vijay Jolly is a proud Hindu, he would be immediately attacked by his opponents within the political system and in the social system.
But this,
That he is communal.
but this is not about Vijay Jolly saying I'm a proud Hindu. This is about physical attacks on people over issues such as vegetarianism.
We do not approve of any such actions which are misconceived, which do not have any sanctity of the political powers and the political government of the BJP in India. We belong and we firmly believe in Vasudev Kutumbakam. This world is a one big family. All are our brothers and sisters. And everyone has a right to follow his own religion, his own beliefs, his own political beliefs, and on that path of development, whatever they follow, we have to support them in all ways.
Does this view have enough buyers, to put it that way? UP, for example, is a very strong and very large Muslim population, and yet the BJP swept the elections. Was it the case that the BJP vote was significant enough to more than counter the Muslim vote, which was for the opposition, or would you say that a number of Muslims too voted the BJP?
You see, if you see the topography of the last parliamentary polls or the state assembly polls, whether they were held in UP, whether they were held in Goa dominated by the Christians, UP we have a sizable population of Muslims, or in Madhya Pradesh or in Bihar, BJP has over the time period long won the confidence of the minority communities in India, because BJP has never termed as vote banks. It has tried to win their confidence. And this is the reason why BJP as a whole has come on its own majority in the parliament. And here I wish to point out, BJP is today the largest political party in the world with 100 million political workers, led by none other than the dynamic BJP national president, Mr. Amit Shah. And this is the reason why I say, with Amit Shah and the BJP on one hand, and with the able administrator, Mr. Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister, Modi ji jaisa koi nahi.
And yet Aam Aadmi Party swept the elections in your Delhi.
Yes, that was one of the fringe states in which they won, on the basis of their false promises, on the basis of their false illusions. And certainly,
You think people have seen through that?
certainly, we were unable to convince the populace that BJP was the best in the capital. We had our own mistakes. We have to do the introspections. We have to live up to the expectations of the people of the capital.
And the next election, you think, will not bring a repeat of the last result?
Well, you see, it is not only Delhi. Delhi is not only India. India consists of various, more than 23 other states.
But
of
speaking Delhi, do you think BJP will come back?
Certainly, because the Aam Aadmi Party in the Delhi elections have not lived up to the expectation of the poor people. There are 1,639 unauthorized colonies in the capital. And in one colony which I can state, and if your camera team comes over to Sangam Vihar, the largest unauthorized cluster of the poor people in the capital of India, the Delhi, does not have water, does not have roads, have stinking rainwater mixed with the
Mr. Jolly,
rainwater.
These are not problems that have arisen 3 years ago. And over the
Well,
past 3
Arvind
years.
Kejriwal
these
had
are-
promised to meet the people's expectations.
These are continuing problems of underdevelopment, and it's not one party or the other that's behind this underdevelopment.
Well, I wish to correct you here. BJP has not ruled Delhi during the last 20 plus years. And problems have to be tackled. They have
What
to
would
be...
you do that they haven't? I mean, there's that much resource and there's a huge problem to be addressed. It is that mismatch that any party will face.
Well, you asked me about Arvind Kejriwal. You asked me about Aam Aadmi Party. They have failed to deliver during the last 3 years of the governance in Delhi. So we hope to give a lucrative proposal to the people of Delhi. You bring in the BJP in the next election, we will try to bring in a radical change in your day-to-day and civic lives.
And in the next national election, finally, where do you think the BJP will go?
BJP is set to come back into the power in 2019, because I popularly say, which I said during my recent visit to United Kingdom, as well as on my recent visit to Hague in Netherlands, Modi ji jaisa koi nahi.
Jolly ji, we started with Diwali and we end with Diwali, only to say Happy Diwali to you.
I wish Happy Diwali to all my brothers and sisters, to all Hindus, to all Muslims, to all Christians, and to people of all other faiths. May Diwali bring in more happiness, health, prosperity, taking care of the environment, shunning more loud crackers, but do expressing our excitement, shunning and containing our favor to go in for gambling and booze parties, but to bring about a radical change in each other's life. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
And thank you very much for talking to us. Money aside, and do let's keep it aside, once again, Happy Diwali.